the full 55 plus guide to Summerville, South Carolina, and some hidden new neighborhoods coming very soon. In the past 15 years, Summerville in the greater Charleston area has quietly become one of the biggest hotbeds for 55 plus and active adult communities in the entire country. And today I'm covering all of the major options, including some ones that haven't even really been promoted quite yet. And we're gonna talk all about HOA fees, amenities, price points, and some things realtors may not always tell you. And yes, we're talking about the brand new horizons at Carnes Crossroads opening this summer. So let's get after all of these neighborhoods and do a deep dive. All right, neighborhood number 1, Del Webb Nexton. Yes, this is one of my favorites, just for the simple fact of its location is in Nexton. That's probably one of the highest selling points, and it's one of the newest communities with growing amenities. That's probably one of the things you don't really see when they open a 55 plus and they pack the amenities in. Very rarely do they start growing those amenities, 5-10 years into the neighborhood's actual build. So now you're seeing things coming to Del Webb Nexton that weren't there before. And I gotta tell you, this neighborhood has one of the highest demands in 55 plus in the entire area. Now, the neighborhood is built by Pulte Homes. Not familiar with Pulte, they also have a brand called Centex. Kind of their intro first-time home buyer product line. And they also have a John Whalen product line, which is more of their $1 million property line and just tons and tons of upgrades in those houses. So the nice part about Pulte is it's a good balance of both products. Now, one of the things I will say about Del Webb at Nexton is the top tier amenities. So you have resort style pool, pickleball, indoor pool, indoor hot tub, fitness center, clubhouse, dance hall, social groups, walking trails. They have a new theater coming soon for concerts and different theater programs. Not to mention, they have a new restaurant and bar coming that will be open, and you can go there, you can have drinks, you can hang out with your neighbors. It is all about the social life behind the gates of Del Webb Nexton. Now, you might be saying, well, Ryan, HOA's got to be like, what, $1,000 a month for a place like that? No, less than $300 a month will get you into Del Webb Nexton.
That's incredible.
I know.
And things slightly vary on that depending on your lot size, but more importantly, if you just live there, you have access to all of those great amenities. They have 2 gates. They're talking about opening a 3rd, which is fantastic. You're right near the new Nexton Berkeley County neighborhood park that they're building, which is going to be amazing. So when you think about the location of Del Webb Nexton, everything just screams, this is a great area, great location, and it's jam-packed with amenities. Plus, it's golf cart friendly. So, and I love my golf cart. Believe me, you will see me out there, wave to me, be like, hi, Rye, if you spot me. I'm always usually cruising along. The other good part about Del Webb Nexton is it does include things like lawn care, irrigation, and that's with all your full amenities included. It is gated, so you do have a secure guard, covers the gate. And I gotta tell you, they're pretty good. I mean, I drive a pretty well recognizable vehicle. The guard always asks me, all right, what are you doing here? And I'm like, isn't it obvious?
Oh yeah, that's right. Duh, let's go.
And they're like, no. Are you here to buy a home? It's like, in a sense, I feel like I gotta play like 20 questions with this guy or gal. So that's always fun. And so security's gotta be tight if that's how they're treating you when you come in. Now, the homes in there start in the mid 400s, but most of the time people end up being in the mid 5s, 6s, and depending on what floor plan you're looking at, 7s and even possibly 8s. So it just depends on what you end up doing in Midtown Nexton. Now, one thing I will say is the resale market in there is getting very competitive. You're starting to see those prices go up close to what the new construction is. Now, a little pro tip. Del Webb Nexton is popular for those wanting access to things like Nexton Square dining and healthcare, but just be aware that the premium price is going to reflect that location. All right, let's talk about my next favorite neighborhood, Four Seasons at the Lakes at Cane Bay. Arguably one of the most amazing resort style 55 pluses in Summerville right now. And I gotta tell you, the thing I personally love about this is going to offer a true lake style lifestyle. I mean, not only is the Four Seasons on essentially an island around the leg of the lake, or the leg of the lake runs around the neighborhood, but you're right there at the Lakes at Cane Bay in the heart of it. You've got the 55 plus gated community. You have the amenity center, the resort style amenity center, which is incredible. You've got the pickleball courts, the tennis courts. You've got the kayak launch, the boat dock. I mean, multitudes of lakes to go fishing. Heck, if you want a waterside home, you can buy one and drop your kayak right behind your door of your home and go off and kayak. Enjoy a beautiful sunset on the water. Not many communities give you that kind of lifestyle. Now, talking about lifestyle, they have a full-time activities lifestyle director with tons of clubs, tons of events. They're honestly always doing something at that neighborhood. I go through there a couple of times a month, and I gotta tell you, there's always something going on. And you might be saying, well, Ryan, is there clubhouse and things like that comparable to Del Webb Nexton? Well, yeah, it's a 24,000 square foot clubhouse, indoor and outdoor pool, pickleball, fitness, theater room, dance hall. Guys, and here's the best part. HOA, it's under $300 a month, and it includes lawn maintenance, irrigation, and amenities. But the home prices are actually a little bit more palatable than Del Webb Nexton. Homes can actually range from the high 400s to 700,000, depending on where it's at. So there's one house in there that was on a cul-de-sac, at the end of a cul-de-sac, right there on the lake, huge backyard, view for days, and it was like 789,000. I mean, I get it, but you could definitely rebuild that home a lot cheaper, just on a different lot. So it's something to be aware of. That neighborhood is also one I would highly, highly recommend checking out. Now, when people always ask me, well, what kind of people move in there? Is it just a bunch of old geezers, right? No, old geezers live there too. Young geezers live there as well. We're all geezers.
I'm not a kid anymore, I'm getting old.
Yeah. Anyways, they have an extremely social community there. Lots of clubs, events, golf cart culture, because again, Cane Bay has 25 miles of golf cartable path. So KHAV, the Four Seasons, is located inside Cane Bay Plantation, but it's on the lakes at Cane Bay. So if you're truly an outdoor enthusiast, you like that all-inclusive active adult lifestyle, then the Four Seasons is gonna be at the top of your list, because you've got the lakes, you've got the bike paths, you got the golf cart, you got the grocery store. It doesn't get better. It really doesn't. All right, now let's talk about neighborhood number 3 on my list, Summer Wind Crossing by DRB Homes. And I gotta tell you what, Summer Wind Crossing really caught me off guard, because when they first opened, I didn't see the vision right away. And now I'm like, why isn't everyone considering this? Like, this is a hybrid community. This is amazing. Not only do you have the fantastic amenities, but you're not age limited. You're not, if you're somebody that maybe you got grandkids that live with you, maybe you got adult children that live with you, and you like the idea of a 55 plus, but you just can't take the risk of having them move in and, getting any issues with the HOA because they're not of age and things like that. Summer Wind Crossing is a hybrid 55 plus adult community, meaning you don't have to be 55 plus to live there, but the homes and designs, well, they're stylized around 55 plus, and so is the lifestyle. So it's definitely a neighborhood that I like. And again, it's located inside Cane Bay. It's in the lake system, easy access to Publix, the shops. It does have a smaller clubhouse pool, but it's got the walking trails. So it's not as resort style as the other neighborhoods, but the HOA is going to be roughly between $175 to $200 a month. That does include lawn care and irrigation. But here's the best part. Most homes start in the low 400s there, and you can get a much more affordable price point. Your dollar will go further on a home there than it would in Del Webb Nexton. And it's great for buyers who want that low maintenance, but aren't as interested in the heavy social calendar that some of these 55 pluses have. Pro tip, many of my buyers use Summerwind as a semi-retirement option who aren't quite ready for the full 55 plus restrictions, but still want to say, hey, we live in an active adult community. All right, let's talk about our next neighborhood, number 4, Del Webb Cane Bay. The OG Del Webb of Summerville. So this was fully built out. There is no new construction in this neighborhood, and it was built also by Pulte, completely built out, very strong resale market, very competitive. So if you're someone that's looking to get a really good deal and be in a 55 plus, well, I would check out Del Webb at Cane Bay, because not only do you have the resort style clubhouse, you've got the pickleball, you've got the indoor outdoor pool, the fitness center, social clubs, your HOA is closer to 200 to 250 a month versus more. And you get lawn care, irrigation, and amenities are also included. Plus you're in Cane Bay. You got that 25 miles of golf cartable trail, and homes or prices are going to be between $375 to $550. Guys, that's fantastic. $375. I saw a home the other day. It was 2 bedroom, 2 baths, 1,800 square feet, 2-car garage, had a ton of upgrades. I mean, that's the thing. Like, some of these homes are an amazing deal. Yeah, they're a little bit older, but they've had a ton of work done to them. Now, the other thing I will say about Del Webb Cane Bay is that it's relatively well established. I mean, tall trees everywhere, strong resale market, and it offers very mature landscaping throughout Cane Bay. So it's got a more tight-knit feel. It doesn't feel like they just came in and clear cut everything and we're like, all right, we're putting up houses, 55 plus. No trees around, but they'll put them in. You know, not like that. It's much more established. It feels like the community's been there for some years, and it has a more desirable entrance, in my opinion, than a lot of other communities. All right, moving on. Let's talk about neighborhood number 5, Horizons at Summers Corner. Lennar's newest 55 plus neighborhood in Summers Corner. It's gated. It has single story living with 3-car garage, full lawn care included, and their brand new clubhouse is going to be opening this next year. Resort pool, hot tub, pickleball, gym, lake access. I mean, the amenities are ridiculous. They're going to have like tons and tons of stuff for you to do, and the possibilities are endless. You also can join the new club at Summers Corner as well for an additional HOA fee, but your HOA fees in Horizons are going to be between $250 and $275 a month. Homes are starting in there around the mid 300s to low 500s, just depending on which series you go with. Now, I will say this, it does have a small town feel. There is a gated access to this neighborhood. And you also have access to things like Azalea Ridge Lake, some of the local cafes. They have a new corner cafe there. They have a farmer's market vibe. One of the big things they don't have yet is their grocery store. They're kind of their anchor grocery store. Supposedly it's coming, but we'll see. And you're probably just a good pro tip to be aware of. You're trading off a little bit of location for affordability because you're a little farther out than some of the other choice communities. And if you're okay with that, then Summers Corner Horizons is a fantastic deal. All right, let's talk about neighborhood number 6, Crestwind Charleston at the Ponds. Yes, this is a Coulter Homes product. Coulter Homes is a very popular builder in the area with really a very strong reputation. But here's what they do that I think is pretty awesome is they have a lot of customization options. And so they spec their homes out. You can build their homes. They got a lot planned in the coming years. They even have a non-age discriminatory part of the Ponds that they're going to start building pretty soon. But located in the Ponds, Crestwind Charleston is also a planned community, gated, has that resort style amenities. You've got your clubhouse, you got your pickleball, gym, outdoor pool, full-time lifestyle director. I mean, the list keeps going on. I could keep going and tell you all the amazing things, but again, these 55 pluses are all about that lifestyle and making you feel welcome and at home. Now, the HOA is going to be just under $250 a month. Lawn care is included, and homes do price mid 400s, but I would say it lean closer to the upper 600s if you really want to get all the bells and whistles. Now, one of the things you need to know about Crestwood Charleston is the scenic ponds. So the ponds neighborhood has a ton of walking trails, mature trees, and a more private feel than a lot of other neighborhoods. One of the pro tips I always tell everyone is one of the best, if you're looking for just a little bit more space, mature trees, the drive into the ponds is beautiful. I mean, you get a lot of less density in this neighborhood because it just feels more like you're on a plantation or a farm than you are in a master plan community. All right, let's talk about neighborhood number 7, Hammock Walk at Nexton. So this is a smaller community. It's an Ashton Woods product line. It's inside Nexton's kind of midtown district, and it's also a very duplex style. So these are paired villas. A lot of people don't know what that is. It's basically a house with, a firewall in the middle, and you've got two, you got your duplex, one house on one side, one on the other, but it looks like a villa. So it's not a 2-story kind of situation. Some actually are. Some have like a bonus space over it, but some are just all single-story living. The villas are a very unique product to this area. And the one thing you should know is there's no age restriction in this neighborhood. So again, if you're somebody that's kind of like that, hey, I got kids that live with me, grandkids, that kind of stuff. It's definitely, though, marketed to downsizers and retirees and empty nesters. So if you're someone that's in that realm of life, this might be a good fit for you. Now, the one thing I will say about this neighborhood is all the homes are very low maintenance, very open concept, and most of them are 2-bed, 2-bath units. HOAs are going to be just under $250 a month. Plus, its close proximity to Nexton's retail and restaurants just makes it kind of ideal for a lot of people, especially if you're budgeting. Now, prices generally start in the mid 400s, but I got to tell you what, just this past couple months, I've seen some homes in the low 300s in that neighborhood. And pro tip, it's a perfect option for someone who still wants Nexton walkability, but doesn't need the full-blown resort style amenities. And some of you are, lock and go people. Some of you aren't here for the whole year. Maybe you're just, snowbirds. This is another great option for that lifestyle. Now, I said I was going to talk to you about a brand new neighborhood, and that's number 8 on my list, the new neighborhood Horizons at Karns Crossroads. Yes, it's coming this year, and I got to tell you, I'm excited. They've already invited me out to do a tour of all the models. So I've got that coming up. They're getting all the models decorated and staged. So I'm pretty excited to tour Horizons. I've recently toured their new amenities, which is incredible. I can't wait to give you guys a full vlog tour of Karns Crossroads in the coming future. So stick around, don't go anywhere for that. Now let's talk about this neighborhood. So this is Lennar's brand new 55 plus community inside Karns Crossroads. So it is inside. It is going to be gated. So you are going to have that exclusivity inside Karns Crossroads to have a gated community and its own amenity center plus pool. But here's the wild part. Besides having access to their own amenity center, right? They're also going to have access to the brand new clubhouse and farm inside Karns Crossroads. So it's like getting 2 amenity centers for the price of 1. I don't know who would complain about that. They also have the clubhouse, the resort pool, the pickleball, the fitness center, social clubs, the farm. The list just keeps going on. And your HOA is just less than $275 a month. And I got to tell you what, homes are expected to start, drum roll, mid 300s, guys, to upper 400s. And you're going to have direct access to everything Karns offers. That's Uptown Karns. That's the shops. That's the brand new restaurants. Oh, that's the neighborhood tap house, the new 2-story rooftop bar and restaurant, medical offices, and the $30 million amenity center. Oh, it's like Karns just went full on and was like, we're coming out with everything. We're going to do it right. And they did, and now it's paying off, and a lot of people are buying into that neighborhood. So, Horizons at Karns Crossroads this summer. It's a brand new product. Early buyers are going to be able to snag strong incentives and strong prices during that first phase build. You need to reach out to me. Let me help you, and I can get you some of the best deals in that neighborhood. Now, You stuck around this far, I have a bonus. Yeah, so if you didn't skip out or drop out of the video, you are in luck. I have a bonus 55 plus neighborhood to tell you about. Del Webb at Point Hope. Oh, if you dreamed of being in a 55 plus, only 15 minutes from Mount Pleasant, only 15 minutes from downtown Charleston, only about 20 minutes to the beach, well, I've got news for you. Del Webb at Point Hope is going to be opening in 2026, and it's a big play here in Charleston, located right off Clements Ferry Road. It's going to be highly anticipated. It's projected to pull in buyers from Mount Pleasant, Daniel Island, and Summerville who want to be closer to downtown Charleston. And the resort-style amenities in this place are going to be out of control. I mean, we're talking clubhouse, pickleball, pools with an S, full-time lifestyle director, and the pricing, from what I understand, the early estimates suggest somewhere between 500s, 600 starting point, upwards to 7, 8, 900,000. And HOA is going to likely to mirror what you're seeing in Del Webb Nexton. But I got to tell you what, here's a pro tip. Del Webb Point Hope will likely be one of the most in-demand active adult neighborhoods in all of Charleston, if not the East Coast. And once pre-sales open, you're going to want to get in there and get a hold of me and let me help you, because I got to tell you, it's going to be crazy. All right, if you guys love this video and you want to see more just like it, click this video right here.